It's time for some conversations with you at home, you watching us online or wherever you're watching from. We are asking you a very simple question. Tell us, what is your worst Trotro experience or public transport experience? Would want to hear from you. So you can join the conversation by sending us a WhatsApp message on the numbers on your screen, or you could also send it via our social media handles using the hashtag Breakfast Daily, and that's on ChannelOne TV. Let's hear from you. When we open the phone lines, please do call. The number is 020-444-7033, 020-444-7033. Kweku, let me start off with you, even before the viewers start calling or sending their messages. You started with Api. What has been your worst Trotro experience?
I've had a few interesting experiences, right? There was one, and it's not a Trotro experience.
Okay.
It's about public
transport, right?
So, one time, I decided that this was 1995. I said,
such a long time ago, huh?
Yes, please.
If I may ask,
I'm going to.
That time, did we have Trotro? It was arrow glass.
Oh, every day was Trotro. Trotro has been around. I mean, I got back to Ghana as a 20-year-old in '93, and there were a lot of Trotros already in town. Plenty. I mean, if you go to New Plan Station, Trotros, a lot of Trotros. You know, the Trotros typically, one of the things I love about Trotros is the inscriptions. You know, the inscriptions are beautiful inscriptions. Yeah. It's a great experience. But this Tamale trip that I decided to make, I went to the Abuabu station in Kumasi. Okay. And I'm going to Tamale from there. So I get to, and I think I had gone by STC to Kumasi. Fantastic experience. I get to Kumasi, I stop over, spend the night with a couple of friends, and then I'm off to Tamale. Now, I didn't bargain for what I was about to experience. I didn't imagine in my wildest, So this is what happened. We board the Trotro, and then the journey begins. But as we board the Trotro, it was one of these big Benz buses. Right. So there's 5 of us in a row, and I'm on the middle seat. Okay. 2 here, and I'm in the middle. Now, there's about maybe 6 or 7 people in the bus. Okay. In the bus that have domestic animals. Let me put the tablet down so I can express myself properly. Okay, so we have there's a woman who has like 5 chickens.
What?
Okay, hens. Yes. So it's supposed to be under her seat, but they won't stay there. They won't stay there
because they were alive.
Then they'll be moving around. So I have to get on my seat. Then the guy behind me has a goat inside. Hey, look, that trip, and you see, I was told that Kumasi to Tamale dear, I be at 6 hours. We were on the road for 9 hours.
With that experience?
With this experience. Hey, in the middle seat, and you see people, middle seat, you know how it is, middle seat. The middle seat is never stable, it's not, and then and a lot of the middle seats, they don't have backrests. Even when the backrest is there, the backrest has a kumbisa, and then it's like, you won't get my goodness, 9 hours from Abuabu station to Tamale. My goodness, I will never forget that experience. But that's just one of them. Yes. One of them. And when you are younger and more adventurous, because I'm very adventurous. So when you're young and adventurous, it's not a big deal like that, It's a big deal, but it's not a big deal. Right. And you go with it, So it was a fantastic experience. But in Accra, I've also had some experiences. Yeah.
Before you share your Accra experience, we'll open the phone lines now and then have the viewers call in whilst we talk about your experiences. So you can call us on 020-444-7033. Let's hear your worst public transport experience riding on the show this morning. Kweku,
Yeah.
I don't know if this cuts out for it, but I remember sometime last year, my friends and I took a trip outside Accra. We just wanted to do something fun, girls, and then we went to Sugakope. But before I continue that, we have a call on the line. Hi, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Your name and where you are calling from?
This is Abdul Rashid.
All right, Rashid, where are you calling from?
From Boku, please.
All right, let's hear you. What has been your worst
Okay.
public transport experience?
That was 2012 when I entered Metro Mass from Kumasi to Boku.
Wow, tell us what
They
happened.
loaded, the car was loaded with boxes, leaving only 3 seats. So they condemned all the back seats, leaving only the seat behind the driver. So they have to fix us there. And one funny thing was that the driver didn't know the road, so he came from Cape Coast. They forced him to leave 11 p.m. to Boku. So when we were moving, within some short, let's say 30 minutes time, the driver will be sleeping. And you know, sitting behind the driver, you won't be able to tell whether he's sleeping or not. The only thing you see that the car is moving, and then moving to the other side of the road. So I have to wake him up. It happens more than 5 times. I have to stop the driver so that we will sleep, so that the following day we will move. The driver insisted that he is under instruction that the goods must be booked the following day.
Wow.
So I said, well, if that's the case, then they should continue the journey. I won't go with them. So I dropped at Bukit.
Wow.
So when I got the driver license, leaving me there was no risky for him. So we have to stop on the way and come back for me again. Then we slept at Bukit before we moved the following day.
Wow.
That was my worst public transport I've ever experienced.
So all the way from Cape Coast to Buipe before you stopped eventually?
No, he loaded from Cape Coast to Kumasi.
Okay.
So when we got there, they have to transfer him again to take goods to Boku the following day.
Oh, I see. So from Kumasi
And the
to...
driver told them that he can't drive because he came the long way from what do you call it, Cape Coast. So he needed to take a rest. They said they insisted that he must take the goods to Boku. That's very deep.
Wow.
So what happened was that, you know, because he was tired, he was sleeping. When he moved 30 minutes, you see that the driver will be sleeping. Then you see that the car will be moving the other way on the road.
Yeah.
So I have to stop him.
Wow.
It happened sleeping 5 times. I said, let's sleep. The following day you continue.
Yeah.
He said, no, if he should do that, his job is at risk.
Yeah.
So what I did was, I said, okay, if that's the case, continue the journey. I'll come the following day.
Yeah. I mean, your life.
So
Your
the
life
driver, you know,
matters.
he didn't, I don't know, he didn't think deep. He had to move small. He's like, if he should go and leave, that's another risk. So he came back for me again. Then we moved small. We slept at the Yapid barrier, custom barrier. Then the following day we continued.
Wow.
I think, you know, this public transport, especially the Metro Mass, they always give them some kind of, you know, should I say,
difficult
force
schedules.
or something. That is how it is. So at least that side, they should also look at it.
Okay.
That was my worst experience I've ever experienced.
Wow. Thank you
All
very
right,
much,
Rashid.
Abdul
Thank you
Rashid.
for calling in.
Thank you. Thank you.
Quick,
Wow,
before
yeah.
I continue my Sugakope story, I think this thing is something that we really need to talk about because I have had very bad experiences in Uber rides where the drivers are sleeping or dozing off. And the funny thing is, when you tell them that, look, you are sleeping, they deny it.
Yeah.
There's been an instance where I was coming to work here. Sometime I was moving in the evening. I had to drive myself home. I insisted, yes, because it was so bad that I couldn't risk it. And
Wait, you took over from the
yes,
the
I told
driver.
him that, look, it's okay, you are sleeping, I understand. He didn't want to admit, and
Yeah.
I was scared for my life. I told,
Yeah.
I can drive, so come and sit down, let me drive you
Yeah.
home. When I get there,
Yeah,
you
then
can
take
decide
your car and
whatever to do.
you like.
Yes, because
if you sleep on your way home, that's your problem.
I couldn't risk it.
Yeah, wow. Well, we have another caller on the line, Asante from Brekum. Hello, Asante, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm very good, thank you. Thank you for joining us this morning. So, share your experience. Share your experience.
Yeah, my own was one Saturday. I was going for an engagement, my brother's engagement.
Okay.
So in my new clothes or new dress, and on the way, the car that I bought, the seats were having some metals that were open. They were not covered. So before I got down, then one of the metals torn up my dress. Meanwhile, I was yet to get to the engagement. And it was very bad.
All right. right.
We lost him anyway.
We lost him.
But he was
Yeah,
able
but
to share
that's
his
a,
experience.
that's I think that's an experience a lot of
Yes,
people have
yes.
had, you know.
And it could be
in
very
Trotro.
embarrassing.
Yeah, you know.
Embarrassing.
You know, it's like, let me even go for the event. When I'm heading home and you tell the dress, it's okay.
Exactly.
But not when I'm now going.
Exactly. What do you do? Do you now stop on the way to get a new outfit from somewhere? Wow.
Oh, Charlie, so
Anyway,
yeah.
so I was saying we traveled to Sogakope.
Yeah.
Fortunately, we went. A friend dropped us off, and then when we were coming, we decided to charter a car back to Accra. We got the ride, and the driver was bringing us halfway through somewhere before you get to what's the name? Dowenya or Community 25. There's this town, I've forgotten the name, and then the driver just stopped on the speed ramp. And we are like, what's going on? He said he doesn't know. So 3 ladies, we got down from the car and went to sit down chatting, hoping that, he'll be able to fix the car. We sat for about 30 minutes. He wasn't saying anything. He was just moving up and down. And then some guys were passing and they told us, that, the drivers in this area, this is what they do. Where are you guys going to? We said we are going to Accra. And they're like, this is what they do. They've taken your money, right? We said yes. This is what they do. They'll just tell you that the car is fault and then they'll find you some Trotro or something. Would you believe that when we actually confronted the driver to find out exactly what the problem was, he told us that he doesn't know what the problem is, but the car would just not move. We said, okay, if that's the case, find us another car because this is your area. So find us another car so that we can get back to our car. Because it was a Sunday. We needed to go to work on Monday. And it was around 4 p.m., almost 5. Yes, getting late. This driver said no, he would rather put us in Trotro. And we had load, yes, a lot of things. Girls that have gone on trip, you can imagine.
We put you in Trotro saying.
I'm coming. We have a call on the line. Hi, good morning.
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning. Your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, my name is Moses, calling from Tamale.
Right, let's hear from you. What was your West public transport experience?
Yeah, my bad experience was that I was traveling from Tamale to Ukubiyo. And the experience was like the driver didn't stop from from Accra to Uyo. So I wanted to ask if the police would like advise them that so that maybe they can make some kind of education on that. So most of the drivers, when they travel from long distance, sometimes it takes about 24 hours. Yeah, so we're very stressful, and we're telling the driver to stop so that we can have just a rest. But he denied us from that.
Wait, so he didn't want to stop at all on the way, the entire journey?
Yeah, he just took us from Accra to Uyo.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because anyway, thank you so much for calling. Thank you for sharing your experience.
Wow.
Yeah. You know, there are rules for long distance traveling, right? And as much as we know they exist, a lot of the times there's no enforcement.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So you are not supposed to go beyond 4 hours at a stretch.
Yes.
You're supposed to take a break. And it doesn't have to be a long break.
Yes.
It can be 5 to 10 minutes. You're good. Back on the road.
Yes.
Do you see? But a lot of the times we don't enforce these things. And in public transportation, it has to be enforced.
Yes.
It cannot be left to the drivers.
I feel like sometimes we are just stubborn as people because, look, a driver is sleepy and you tell him and he's like, no, I'm not sleepy.
Yeah.
Sleep is something, when it comes, there's nothing really you can do about it. So you may just want to pull over, take a stretch, walk for a minute or two. And the passengers would even appreciate the fact that you want to do this to get them to their destination safely. It's better to arrive late than not, it's better to arrive late than to be called the late on arrival. Because...
Well, we have a Noah from Tatale. Noah.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to Breakfast Daily.
Thank you very much.
Share with us your experience.
I was in UDS when I once traveled from Tatale through Tamale to Navrangu.
Okay.
And the first bus I took from Tatale to Tamale, on the way somewhere around Ngani, we had a flat, let's say the type bus.
Okay.
Then when I got to Tamale and I took Bolaga car, on our way, before we got to Waliwali, we had another type bus on a different vehicle.
Wow.
Then from Waliwali, before we got to Bolaga, a type bus started again.
3 type bus
times.
in 3 different vehicles.
No, 2 different vehicles.
Two
3
different
types.
vehicles. Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
So I only prayed and said, if there is anything following me, it's my God that will save me.
I
That
tell
was the
you.
worst
Wow.
travel experience I had. 3 type bus.
Wow.
Wow.
Even the third one, we were moving with some Chinese people. When the second one bus from Bolaga to from Tam to
Boga.
Bolaga, or when the second time bus, the Chinese got down and was walking. They decided not to take the car again.
Wow.
Wow.
I want you to, Noah, give us a sense of what was happening to the vehicle when the tire burst and the speed the vehicle was traveling, and was the driver able to control the steering wheel? What was that like?
The speed was moderate. If
Okay.
the vehicles were overspeeding, like there wouldn't be a way that there will not be accident.
Yeah.
And all the 3 tires was front tires.
Wow.
You see, so if the buses were overspeeding,
Yeah, you really have had
there will be
issues.
accident on the way.
Yeah.
So the movement was okay.
Okay.
And I think that is what saved it.
Thank you so much, Noah.
Right.
Thank you for calling. Thank you.
Thank God for a safe journey too.
Yeah.
I think that when we are traveling on long distances, we should be very cautious of these things, because, look, I always say that a car is a machine. No matter how much you think you've checked it, you've done your morning routine checks and all of that, you see, you can never be too careful.
No.
You don't know what's going to happen on the road. So it's better to drive safe, be careful on the road, and then arrive safely. Why are we even rushing to?
Exactly.
Somebody is driving from Medina to Tesano, and then the speed at which they are driving, you're like, oh, Cohen, where are you going?
Yeah.
Why are you in a rush to? We have a call on the line. Hi, Steve. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. How is Amanfo doing this morning?
It's cool here.
All right. Share with us your experience then.
Yeah, my experience with public transport was traveling from Ghana to Nigeria. Yes, I had always been doing it by, so I think that I had some delay with my passport, so I decided to do it by road.
Okay.
Since the journey started around 7 a.m., and I was told that by 8 p.m. or so. But I think that I never had that experience. To me, going through the road, exploring, getting the adventures, Lomi, Togo, Benin, it was something too that I wanted to try to get. I think that the border stop, the checks again was normal and all that. But I think as we passed Benin and we're about 90 years, that was very terrible.
Wow.
I mean, just that border stop, about 13 of them that we had to actually grapple with, and it was raining. Then that also has taken us possibly maybe 10 hours or so. I think that it went to, by my calculation, 19 hours.
How many hours?
So the first, about 19 hours, go to
19
Nigeria
hours.
around 2 a.m. in the morning.
Wow.
When we set off at 7 a.m. in Ghana.
Wow.
Yes, so the frustration, I mean, the tech, every point they wanted to take money from the driver, and the driver was a Nigerian. He was fighting with them. We had to get off through the rain, and the night, we were in the middle of nowhere. I didn't know where to turn to and all that. So the frustration and everything made me style.
Yeah.
Couldn't go through the road again.
Yeah.
So we got to Nigeria around 2 a.m. in the morning. It was raining, and I had to take to my hotel. So it was very terrible experience that I had, and I didn't want to actually go through that again.
Wow. All right, thank you very much for calling and sharing your experience. We appreciate it. Thank you. You know?
Kweku, so I have a message here.
Yes.
I mean, it's from a popular Facebook page called Trotro Diaries.
Okay.
So it says, rainy Friday morning, I'm seated directly behind bra mate, and I'm being soaked with the rains. Bra mate, I'm getting drenched. Kindly close the window. and this is the best he could do, and went back to sleep. Yes. This is how I'll be reporting to the office wet. Kaswa to Madina Trotro mu amanihunu. So that's the image you have on your screens right there. And Barmate was just able to cover the window with, I'm sure that's a towel or maybe his duster. I don't know. I don't know how we are able to endure these things as Ghanaians.
Yeah. No, so, you know, the previous caller's experience was also, so this one, I mean, I'll comment on it just briefly, but I want to talk about the previous caller's experience. And it's one of the things we need to do is to sanitize our routes.
Yes.
You know, it's
as well as our vehicles.
Well, there's that. But I mean, why do we allow so much corruption on our routes? Do you know there's about, as at 2012, 2011, there were 37 checkpoints from Accra to Lagos. Why?
We have a call on the line. Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Tarek. I'm calling from Wa.
Right, let's hear your story.
Mine was, I used to travel from Wa to Togo, that is Sankase, to buy motorbikes to come and sell.
Okay.
So on this fateful day, we were moving to a motorbus. Then on the road, we saw a motorbike ahead of us. The driver was tooting his horn, but the man wasn't hearing because he was wearing a helmet, a crash helmet. So instead of the driver being patient with the motorist, at least, so that when we get to a better part of the road, he'll be able to bypass him. He was just tooting the horn, and then, unfortunately, he hit the man from behind. And the man fell. Just like they always say, more haste, less speed. We waited over 4 hours there. The only thing that made me happy was when the case was reported to the police, when they contacted the management of Metro Mass, they immediately changed the driver. Then they sacked him instantly because everybody narrated that it was his fault. But unfortunately, we had one man who was supporting the driver. He even fought with other passengers. And I only asked him, if you were the one on the motorbike and they hit you from behind like that, how would you have felt? I can't even tell whether the man survived it because he had a very deep crack on his car. And he had to go through surgery.
Yeah.
And so what I want to advise is I would pray that all companies, transport companies, should adopt the style of STC. They will have two drivers when they are going on long journeys. Just like you were discussing. So that when you drive for about 4 hours and you are about to rest, the other driver takes over. I think that will even give you fresh energy to be able to handle your passengers. Then the second incident was when I'm a student. I travel from Wa to Winneba every week for lectures. Then the car usually travels in the night it leaves around 5 p.m. By dawn, you'll be in Accra. Then at least by 7, I'm able to get to Winneba before my lectures. As a postgraduate student, you don't have steadily, so you have to struggle like that. So one day we took the bus. They went throughout the night. We got to Kumasi 6 a.m. And I said, oh my God, I'm going to miss this lecture. Then we got to Accra almost getting to 3 p.m. I don't know what happened to the bus. We were just on the way. The driver wouldn't tell us what the problem was. So I would admonish that the transport owners should be able to always at least give us stronger buses because the journey is always quite a long journey. And then I would use a medium to tell our roads and transport minister that our roads are very bad. They should please help us. Whenever they are coming for campaigns, because they are on their V8, they are unable to either notice or they ignore that people are suffering. Then the last one, Hamlet Wa Road, there's a dam at Kaleo. That is the village you pass before you get to Madoli.
Okay.
Close to half of the road has been washed because the culvert there, the sand has been washed away. Our politicians have been plying that road, both NDC and PP. Until someone dies, I don't think they'll do anything about it. So I'm using your medium for you to tell them that if somebody dies on that road, I will personally not forgive them because it has been there for over 7-8 months.
Okay.
And nobody's talking about it. And we are talking that we are doing developmental projects concerning our roads. Just at the Sankana Junction, Kaleo Dam, on top of the dam itself, it has been washed away. So thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you too for calling
too.
us all the way from Wa.
Yeah.
Interesting stories right there.
Yeah. You know the one that you just read.
The Trotro. Yes.
You know, it's one of the things that I've never understood, where a Trotro like that will go and pass the road where they test.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes.
there's a criminal at DVLA that has given this person a pass. It's a criminal. Because how is a Trotro without a window that can close roadworthy? I don't understand. You know, and when you saw, I don't know if you saw the picture that we put on the screen. There was a towel. The mate had used a towel to hang he said, close the, what do you say? He said, please close the window. I'm getting wet. Then he put a towel there. That towel. This Trotro is roadworthy. As some criminal has passed the certificate of roadworthiness for this vehicle.
Yeah.
Do you see the problem? Yeah. Anyway, we have another call on the line. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Goku.
Yes. Welcome to Breakfast Daily. Yes. Your name?
Yeah, how are you?
I'm very well. What's your name again?
Alaji Papa.
Alaji Papa. Welcome to Breakfast Daily. Where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Kumasi.
Kumasi. All right. Please talk to us. Share your experience.
Have you experienced anything called what on Cheney during the time? If you are 50 years and above, what on Cheney? What on Cheney? What on Cheney?
What on Cheney?
Have you heard of that?
Yes, I think so. But I don't know if I've experienced it personally.
Is it a car?
Yeah. Anyone from 50 years and above knows about what on Cheney.
Okay.
What on Cheney?
Tell us about it.
So it's from Kumasi to Boku or Boku to Kumasi.
Okay.
Yeah. You're thinking about yours.
Maybe that's what I was in. I didn't know that was the name.
You were talking about your experience going to Tamale 5 in a row.
Yes.
In the middle.
Yes.
I was hearing you saying that you were sitting 5 in a row.
Yes, 5 in a row.
But the Washington is 8 in a row. 8.
Hey.
Anybody sitting on a bed knows 8 in a row. 8
Hey.
in a row.
8 in a row. Wow.
8 in a row. Now VIP, you sit single seat and 2 seats, just 3 in a row. But during that time, anyone 50 years and above knows that you sit 8 in a row from Kwasi to Boku. 8 in a row. 8.
Are those the ones that load from, if you are going to Boku, they load from the Abu Abu station?
Yes.
Okay,
Exactly.
okay.
8 in a row.
My goodness.
And the road and very bad road. It's not asphalted, and it's a very bad road. You have to sit about 15 hours to 16 hours.
Wow.
And you sit 8 in a row. 8 in a row. 8 in a row.
My goodness. That's a bad experience.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very bad experience.
That's a bad experience. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Alaji Papa, thank you. Thank you very much for calling. You know, it's fascinating when you sometimes, just for the sake of adventure, go out and have some of these experiences because it shows you that it's not this type of four-wheel drives driving around Laboni and cantonments is Ghana's Ghana. No. The real Ghana, you will see things. Look, my first experience of seeing, when you go to some towns, you see dramatic scenes in town. My first proper dramatic scene that has stuck with me since, a cow was being carried on a motorbike. A cow.
You must be joking.
Do you know Nenchie?
You must be joking.
Tina, it was on a motorbike.
Okay.
Somebody has carried a cow on a motorbike.
One is in front. A live cow.
A live cow. One is in front riding, the other one is behind, supporting, and we are all going.
I don't want to imagine this.
I've never seen anything like that in my life before.
We have a caller on the line. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Your name and where you're calling from?
Steven.
All right. Steven, you called in earlier and we lost you. Welcome back.
Yes. I think there was one more experience. That was from Puna Hafo. A small town for Yamfo.
Okay.
To a village called Anson. I think that I just been posted as a teacher.
Okay.
And so I was reporting for the first time. So me traveling from Kumasi to the place, I imagined that the place was just a bigger place where accessibility to transport system was okay and all that. But I got there and there was this funny That was 2011, 2012. Funny taxi, I was just on the scale, loading. And so I realized that the car was getting full. About 5 people were already on board, but the driver wasn't moving. So I was like, please, are we expecting another taxi to actually come? And he said, no, I'm the only taxi. So if I should leave, it would take maybe another taxi to come the next day. And so I was like, well, then it's full. But no, I'm taking 4 more people. Taking it 9. Like, how is that possible? Then you sit here and wait. In the next 15 minutes, 2 more people came and joined. I was standing there and said, my friend, you told me, my friend, if you are not joining, you are going to sleep here. Let me tell you a story. A policeman wanted to go and arrest someone at that village where you are going. The car was full like you are experiencing. Crime, idea. And then go out there to arrest the person. So that convinced me I had to move into the car and join.
Wow.
So I made up the 8 person, so we waited for 1 more person to join. And we were 9 in a car. That was 1 to 5 people. And so it was a very terrible experience. The road was bad. And staying within a very tight space was also something very uncomfortable. So that was also an experience that I had.
Stephen, I want you to paint a picture for us to try and understand 9 people in a car.
Yes.
What does that look like? So there are 5 at the back, and then the rest of the people are sitting where?
Yes, somewhere also inside the booth.
In the booth.
What?
In the booth. And they were comfortable. So that was. I mean,
it's like that's their life, so it's normal.
So the other the other side, so they were just comfortable somewhere sitting inside the booth.
Wow.
So I don't know whether you can have a picture of Pony, how it looks like. Pony taxi.
Yes. Pony.
Like
Pony. Yes, I remember Pony taxi.
One side, it's like
wow.
It's like something like that. So 9 people were on board. It still had career at the top, and he was telling me that even a policeman to climb up the career to arrest someone. That was what got me convinced, and then I was like, then if I should wait here, I will not even get any chance to really
Wow. Hey, Ghana, there are things.
Cool.
Thank you so much, Stephen. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Sometimes you feel like you've had the worst experience until you hear someone. So I remember some years back, my mother sent me on an errand to a town in the Volta region, and I mean, for someone who's lived in Accra for a while, when I got there, it was a market, and after doing what I had to do, I was going to get a taxi, a loading taxi. It was an Opel, I think, Cadet, those old Cadet cars. Yes, so when I was in front, and then the back got full, 3 people at the back, and I was like, driver, let's go. He said, no, the car is not full. I'm like, no, the car is full. He said 2 more people, 2 in front, 4 at the back. I was like, what? You must be joking. So I got down because I thought maybe it was the driver's decision. And then that car left. I went to sit in the next car. The same. I'm like, are you people kidding here?
2 in front, 4 at the back. We have suffered before this country. It's only when the law insisted on doing the proper thing.
And it was the norm. It was the norm.
And in some parts of Ghana now, it's still the norm.
Yes.
Anyway, we have another call on the line. Hello.
How are you?
Hello. Welcome to Breakfast Daily.
Thank you very much. My name is Nicholas.
Nicholas, yes.
I'm calling from Wager.
Wager, all right. Tell us your worst experience.
My worst experience is it happens almost every time I'm on Trotro. And it's when a driver sees a pedestrian walking on a zebra crossing, and the drivers would put their horn, some of them screaming at the pedestrian, like the person, the zebra crossing, and some of them even insulting, are you a fool? You are walking that slow on a zebra? So what I realized is Ghanaian drivers have no knowledge about what zebra crossing is for. I went to West Rosemore at the security checkpoint. I was crossing the zebra, and a taxi driver almost knocked me down.
Wow.
Please. I will wish, or I would wish you can use your medium or a program like this. Come around with your camera. I will personally sacrifice my time and go around anywhere we have to do this. Because sometimes if you get something like this, no action is taken, then it becomes just like a content. If we can do this, yesterday, an incident, when I was talking about happened just yesterday, there was a security standing there, and I asked him, what is this sign for? What is it meant for? He said, oh, Director, that is what we are facing on. I was at Cantonment, another same zebra, a driver putting his horn on me. Fortunately, there was a police officer, and I said, officer, what can you do about this? And he said, you know what? A driver told him, a police officer, that, why are you walking so slow on a zebra crossing?
Wow.
So I feel it's a challenge.
Yeah.
If you want me to help you educate Ghanaian drivers on these things, I am willing. I'm willing. I will sacrifice my time. I do my private business, but I will sacrifice my time because we can't go on like this.
No, we shouldn't.
Not anywhere in the proper world would you see this act happening until you come to Africa, until you come to Ghana.
Yeah.
So if you are looking at a topic like this, please, I will plead with you. Don't just make it like a content for discussion and when it's dropped, that's it. Let's use it as an educative medium to educate drivers.
Thank you. Thank you.
Otherwise,
yes.
I don't know. Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you so much for calling
Thank you for calling. You know what he's saying is so important, right? It's like there's an arrogance and a rebellion, you know, among drivers to say that we don't care. We know this is where human beings cross over, but we don't care.
Yes.
You know, we are in a hurry. We don't care.
About you.
Get out of the way.
And let me pass.
My first experience in the UK, I was, like I had crossed the road already. There was no vehicle coming. I had crossed the road. Then a few seconds later, I heard a screeching sound behind me. So I turned around to see what was going on. And guess what? Because somebody had stepped on the zebra crossing and was about to cross, the vehicle screeched to a halt.
Yes.
Because in that country, if you try, the driver, you are going. First of all, not only will your license be revoked, you'll probably go to jail as well.
Yes.
Do you understand? You cannot. The zebra crossing belongs to the pedestrian, not the driver.
We don't
you,
take
the driver,
road
have
markings.
privilege to cross the zebra crossing. It's for the pedestrian. It's not for you. The cars, you see, and that's what they don't understand.
Yeah, we don't take road marking seriously in this country.
And we don't even understand a lot of the road markings in the first place.
That's true, because, I mean, everybody wants to learn how to drive. They learn how to drive, and then they're on the road driving.
Without learning properly.
Yeah.
So your brother taught you, your cousin taught you, your sister taught you, your mother taught you. That's it. That's how we are doing. Meanwhile, we have rules of how these things should be done, you know. I don't get it.
Quick, I have a message here I would want to read. So this one says, good morning. My name is Daniela from Amasaman. I once booked an Uber from Spintex to Amasaman. The streets at Amasaman are being named gradually. So in booking, I used the nearest landmark, but I told the driver when we get to the landmark, we'd go a bit further. We got to the landmark and went further, and he kept asking if we haven't gotten there yet. And he did so for 5 times. We got to a point and he says he can't go any further. So he asked me to get down and walk home. I rated him very bad on the app. Wow. Anyway, another conversation for this ride hailing, because I've had my own experience, and I think you helped me resolve the issue at a point. It's crazy with them.
No, we'll definitely bring that one too as well. So, but for today we're pretty much done with this conversation, public transportation and the challenges. There's one message here. We're going to cantonments in Accra, and unfortunately our car got spoiled, and we told the mate and driver to get us a new car, but he said that they said no, and we ended up reaching our destination at around 12:40 instead of 6 a.m. That spoiled the whole day. Wow. Anyway, thank you very much for engaging us on this conversation. I think it's been very interesting hearing different stories from different places. My one last one, I remembered when the guy was talking about Nyankpala and the experience there. In this same 95, when I got to Tamale, I took another Trotro from Tamale to Nyankpala.
Okay.
And those days, in 95, those of you who were in Nyankpala around that time, you know how the road was. Yeah. Hi. Hello to all of you. But if you remember 95, Nyankpala in 95, the road was powdery red dust. Wow. Yeah. By the time I went, you know that kind of thing where it's like your eyelashes are red, your eyebrows are red, everything is red.
Yes.
That's how it was, you know.
Wow.
But anyway, thankfully that entire road has been tarred beautifully now, so that issue is gone. Anyway, thank you very much for calling and sharing your thoughts with us. We really appreciate it. We're going to take a break.
Of course.